Salvage Union, by Leyline Press, is a post-apocalyptic mech game powered by the Quest RPG system, which is just such a generic name that I'm surprised I could even bloody Google it. I think I got the correct search, probably. So what is Salvage Union really is about? You are in a work union that's good at salvaging things, operating out of your union crawler. Sometimes the salvage is being watched over by bandits, wild animals, and corporates. Sometimes the salvage are the things that are shooting at you. Also, it's the future, and it's dog shit. It's not one apocalypse, but a slow grind like a frog being steadily boiled. There's so many disasters that you can't name all of them, but this place is also where you are living in, and while things are hard, you might be able to make the tomorrow seems brighter than yesterday. To play Salvage Union, you want a D20, that will be all you need to roll, whether it is shooting, salvaging, reactor overloading, initiative, critical hit, and many, many more, usually with 5 variable results. Also, you gonna need to make your own pilot and mech. Let's talk about pilot first. There is 6 core pilot classes: engineer, who is very good at fixing and making things; hacker, who is very good at getting into backdoor; hauler, who is very good at carrying more crap; scout, who is very good at spotting and getting information; and soldier, who is very good at solving problems. That's right, in Salvage Union, you can play a party consisted fully of
out of your friends, which are you? Truck freak, crazy ass, truck freak.
Each class has their own abilities to choose from, and most require ability points to utilize. You get these back only after a week of downtime back at your union crawler, so you want to save these points when going on trip. If you desire, you can advance your classes into one of the hybrid classes. Each of the classes I have mentioned have 2 choices: cyborg, fabricator, ranger, smuggler, and of course, union rep. It would be pointless to call this game Salvage Union otherwise. Alternatively, you can just play as the salvager class and get access to all the basic abilities the 5 basic classes have, but you can't pick any of the advanced and legendary abilities. Also, I just want to point out that the smuggler isn't just a name. You actually have an ability called Black Market that gives you access to things like napalm launcher, radiation gun, blinding laser rifle, corrupted Neuralink to torture people, and a go-flow plant growing system to grow fresh fruit and vegetable in your mech. Out of all the systems, this is probably the most illegal one because the corporates literally patented fucking Apple, and growing your own is considered as intellectual theft. Shoot any corporates on sight. You also have a knife missile that's very good against soft target. I'm just saying. Anyway, let's talk about mech, which is what really got me quite into this TTRPG, because you can fully customize any mech chassis to your liking as long as you have enough system and module slots, and also as long as you have enough scraps to do so. You start with 20 Tech 1 scrap, and all Tech 1 mech chassis already comes with a build right within the price tag, so if you can't quite figure it out, just pick these ones. Part of your goal in the game is to up-tech your mech gradually, from Tech 1 to Tech 6, but there will be quite a few things getting in your way. 1. High-tech mech and system are just plain more expensive. For example, a Tech 5 scrap is worth 5 Tech 1 scrap, so a Tech 5 mech is probably 5 times more expensive to purchase, and that's not including the systems and modules you want to mount in them. 2. You gotta take care of your union crawler, which is basically your walking home, and also your walking hangar bay. Part of the other goal in the game is to up-tech your union crawler too, making it better for those lives within it and also for you, as you can't quite repair or manufacture any mech or items that are of higher tech level than your own union crawler. Well, you actually can, it's just gonna be extremely expensive. This does present an interesting scenario, one where your players are all still piloting low-tech mech, and then you just drop them a barely functioning high-tech mechs that are still more powerful than anything they could have, so they have a choice of either selling the mechs for huge amount of scrap, the more practical choice, or try to repair it to gain an early game advantage. So, what mechs are available in the base game? Well, you have trucker mech, agricultural mech, shooty mech, a lot of shooty mech, more trucker mech, solar-powered mech, a goddamn carrier mech, flying mech, a gun with a mech built around it, drill mech, and just more. There's so much variety of mechs in this TTRPG, and each of them have a special ability to utilize, on top of the craps you have shoved into the system and module slots, which makes it so that some mechs have chassis ability so unique that you might still find uses for them, even as you have up-teched your union crawler to be able to manufacture higher tech chassis. I really love these mech designs. They all look like they put functions over forms, with rugged appearances that tell you that they are made out of scrap or by the lowest bidders, even for the most advanced ones, and as a BattleTech fan, I give them high praises. Anyway, let's talk about what you can put in these things. As I mentioned before, you can put systems and modules in your mech up to your slots. Systems are external hardwares, whether they are weapons or utility tools. Modules are internal systems instead, like communication devices, hacking tools, or reactor upgrades. Some of them requires energy points to work, which is kinda like ability point equivalent for mechs. There's even a chassis built around getting unlimited power. That said, while there's obviously mech combat in Salvage Union, primarily, you are here to salvage things. You are piloting essentially trucks and bulldozers with 50 cal mounted on them after all, at least at the start of a campaign. Which is why for the most part, unless you are piloting a combat-oriented mech, you probably will only get one weapon and fill the rest of your slots with things that are actually useful to you, like floodlights, riveting gun, dozer blade, mining rigs, survey scanner, or metal detector. That's not to say there's a lack in weapon variety either. There's a lot of things out there looking to scrap you or eat you or both at once. M2 Browning, laser gun, 30mm auto cannon, rotary cannon, plasma cannon, and even a goddamn nuke, though you probably don't want to fire the last one. That said, for only one specific exception, you can't fire more than one weapon at a time, unless you use things like weapon link to fire multiple weapons at once, but it might cooks you up faster than you think. Also, Salvage Union is a game where everything you have put in your mech is everything it has. For example, you can see that some systems have the word recommended system on them. They aren't really recommended so much as that you will look fucking stupid if you don't pick them. The lists can include things like escape hatch, which if you don't have when your mech is destroyed, you probably just fucking die, and locomotion system, which is your legs. Your mech can't fucking move if you don't have this thing. On the recommended module side, there's comms module, which is basically radio. If you don't have it, you better hope you can yell through 5 inches of steel. As you up your tech level, you can find equivalent to these systems that are just more advanced, so even these basic necessities can be upgraded too. So, you got pilots, you got mechs, let's make the world you will be salvaging in general. As the GM, or mediator here, you want to create a map and fill it with stuff and people for the players to explore and interact, and yes, the Union crawler itself will be having a physical presence on the map too, so you always know where to return to, and also if you park it somewhere dangerous, well, the mediator has a chance to punish you for it. And the world of Salvage Union is one filled with dangers, of wandering raiders, wandering biotitans, wandering nonite infested things, and wandering corporate dogs. There's even an encounter generator for you to roll in, though in general, you probably want to modify it for the feel and theme of your campaign. There's even a pre-made scenario to get you started off. And that's basically it on Salvage Union, a mech TTRPG about a whole lot of salvaging. So, I have been waiting on this book for quite a while, and I gotta say, I really love the mech building system. It's more than just building a weapon of mass destruction, it's building something that fits your need, and that need is salvaging stuff. And as a longtime BattleTech fan, of course I adore this wholeheartedly. Also, I can actually shoot down an enemy mech and salvage its intact parts and put it in my own mech in this TTRPG, so that's cool. And, can I just say how much I love this book actually looking like a manual someone would read in universe. There's just like all these handwritings and scrapped out sections, and even the supplements for Salvage Union generally follows the same themes in a way. Anyway, you can find it on itch.io, drivethrurpg, I hope, and also on Leyline Press main website too. Physical copies are also available there. If you are looking to check it out first before buying it, you can also check the Quick Start PDF, which is completely free. There's also 3 additional supplements for Salvage Union, like False Flag, an adventure supplement involving a zone being plagued by nonites. Worse still is the Cold War between 2 corporations looking to harness this dangerous resource, also featuring a bunch of new nonite mechs and techs. Rainmaker, another adventure supplement that takes you through a forgotten land that is unfortunately filled with a bunch of biotitans and other dangers, also featuring more mechs and stuffs. And finally, We Were Here First, another adventure supplement that has you fighting other factions for this new potent resource that fell from the sky, also featuring new biomechs and systems. Anyway, that's all for now, and I will see you all next time. Hello there, if you like this video, please subscribe to my channel and click that notification bell button. If you really want to support my channel, you could visit my Patreon page, or buy me some coffee, links in the description. Anyway, have a nice day.